Hey there everyone, and thanks for tuning in. So I just wanted to showcase the Hot Wheels Hotbird Hot Wheels car that I just finished. This was quite a chore. I love how the paint came out. I used the Testors blue, gloss dark blue. This car I painted 4 times, and experimenting with a few things. First with primer, then with paint, tried to polish it, and the last time, just before this one, it was bad. I tried to add a few details. I'm not very good at doing that kind of stuff. I started with a few basic details. I started with tail lights, and I started doing some other things, some highlights around the car, and that overtook what the car should have looked like. So I nixed that idea, stripped it back down the last time, and repainted it. This time I painted it after stripping it down, sanding it down again with 2000 grit sandpaper. I sprayed primer, and then silver, and then the final coat. The reason I did silver is I just wanted to see if there was a difference in how the car would turn out, and there really was no difference. I wanted to see if the color would come out shinier or just look any different, and like I said, there was no difference. So this is the final product here. One of the things I did was I did some highlights, as I mentioned, and I took silver and I highlighted the inside of the T-tops, and I don't know where I went wrong. I just think I just kept going and started doing more and more highlights, and it got to a point where it just kind of took away from the car. Unfortunately, I don't have any decals to put on it. It would be nice to have the Screaming Eagle on the hood, but I don't. So this is the finished car. (1977). So let me go through a couple of things, I guess. So I didn't replace anything. This one actually worked out the best so far as stripping it down and putting it back together. The little screw here that holds it all together. This is one of the best cars I think I've done. Like I said, so far, So I basically, the inside, what I did was the windshield and the interior. Those are the original colors of the interior, by the way. I really like how I didn't really think about it until it was done. When I put the windshield back on, the blue haze on the windshield or tint really goes with the color of the car, and I didn't do that on purpose. I just putting it together, I said, oh wow, that's just really a nice little detail. I didn't realize I did what I was going to do. So as you can tell, I did a basic touch up on the interior. I used Sharpie to paint the steering wheel and the gear shifter down there. I threw some silver Sharpie on that, and then where the stereo would be, if you look really carefully, I threw some silver on that as well. Just a couple little highlights in there. So what else is there? So as I said, I experimented a little bit with this car. And each time I experimented, I realized what to do, and I'm finding out what to do and what not to do. And what I tried to do is I tried to polish it the last time, and I don't think I let it cure. I mean, it was dry, the paint was dry, but I didn't let it cure I think long enough, because the more I polished it, the worse it looked. So, and that's on me. This is sort of fun to do and experimental for my son and I, and we kind of do these little projects and we kind of learn as we go. I think the only thing that I don't like with the car is I don't have the Screaming Eagle, but you do with what you have, and it looks far better than what it did before, with the black and you had the Screaming Eagle, and then it was like almost like a rainbow stripe that just, I don't know, I think blue kind of fits. You know, you always see black, you know, you see the Bandit car and stuff, and I thought blue would be a bit, just a different color to do. So that's why I went with that. Original wheels, I did nothing with those. I just cleaned them up, cleaned the base up, or the chassis, and that's it. So I'm going to leave it the way it is, and put it on a shelf, and move on to the next project. I have a couple of projects I'm thinking of doing. I'm not too sure exactly what we're going to do next, but stay tuned. I hope you like it. I love the stance of this car too. You know, the big wheels in the back just kind of gives it a hefty stance. There you go. Peace to everyone.